Good morning. Welcome to Something Saturday. Oh, I didn't put the light on. Hang on a minute. Let's just see whether that, I don't know whether it actually makes much of a difference. And it is daytime at least, so it's not so needy as nighttime, the light. Okay, so today I thought I would go through some of our embossing powders with you. We currently have 2 kits of embossing powders, and they actually have 3 in them each, and that's probably not looking like, oh, that's funny. I thought I had them all lined up. Okay, hang on, let me put my glasses on because I actually can't see them. Oh, that wasn't right. That's how it goes. That's a good start, isn't it? All right, so you can get one pack which has black, clear and white in it, and the other pack has silver, copper and gold in it. So I thought I would show you something a little bit different with this, but just before I do so, I just thought I would quickly show you them in the catalogue. So here they are on page 128 if you happen to have a catalogue. If not, you can look up Stamping Emboss Powders. So you got the basics, black, clear, white. And so you get the pack. They are this size, so they are 14 grams, which has quite a lot in it, as you can see. So you get 3 in each pack, and it's $31 for the pack, which I actually think is a really good deal because these last ages. Trust me, I've had some of mine for a few years now. So they probably don't look quite the same as what I've got here. Potentially they might look more like this one with the green on them than they do these ones. But at the end of the day, it's all the same thing and they work in the same way. So you will also need, if you're going to do embossing, Versamark. So Versamark happens to be on this page. And you can buy the pad. It's $16.50. It is a slightly dirty looking pad in my case. I wonder if this one looks any cleaner. I've got a couple of them. Oh yeah, look, that one's slightly cleaner. Not much, admittedly, but it still works. Still does the job. And all it is actually a clear. So when you stamp with it, it goes on completely clear, and then when it dries slightly, if it's on a darker colour paper, it gives you a watermark look, which is kind of cool. I think it still does a watermark look on white paper, but you know, watermark doesn't really show all that much until you sort of like start moving it around and things. So people, you know, you might send something that's done with Versamark and people will go, oh, very nice. Okay. So you're going to need Versamark, and then you're also going to need a heat gun. So, or heat tool in this particular case. $50 heat tool. It has 2 settings. It has low and it has high. So when you're doing heat embossing, you need to push it along to the end and you get the high, and it gets really hot. So just be warned with that. It comes with its own little stand so that you can stand it up and it's not going to burn your table. But the drying one is actually really handy if you're doing something like watercolouring and you're going, oh my goodness, how long is this going to take to dry? You can just turn it onto the first setting. And it's kind of like a mild hairdryer, I suppose. Well, actually, it's quite hot if you leave it too long, so it's probably like a hairdryer setting. But the other one is hotter than a hairdryer setting. It's more like a heat gun for stripping off wallpaper setting, which, funnily enough, when I first started doing heat embossing, Tom's my husband, for those who don't know. Tom had a heat gun out in the shed, and I said, oh, I could just borrow that. So I did, and it was, you know, fairly unwieldy, but I did it anyway, and that worked really well. So, yeah, potentially you could get away with that, but it is nice to have the proper tool, admittedly. I'm just going to pop that away and show you what I've done so far. So I thought rather than doing the whole lot in one go, I would show you each individual colour. So I've got white. So white embossing powder looks like that. Looks fairly unspectacular in the pot. They all look quite unspectacular in the pot, to be perfectly honest. But so white comes out like that. Obviously it's quite stunning on dark coloured paper, but I've used it on just some vanilla cardstock. I wasn't really sure that white on white was going to go, so I thought I'd better change over to vanilla for that. Then we've got some gold. Whoa, isn't this stamp lovely? They had a special the other day on some stamps, and this one was in it, and I went, you know what, I really love that and this, and I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with that, but I really liked these line images, so I thought, well, I better buy it because it's on special. My image in my mind was that it would look really good heat embossed, and I wasn't wrong, because there you go. So that's silver heat embossed. Then this is clear heat embossed, and you're probably going, why the heck are you showing us clear heat embossed? Well, I'm going to show you that in a minute because it's really cool. That is the copper heat embossed, and then finally the black. So that's all the core colours. But did you know that you can mix them? Mix and match. So what I've done is I've actually just stuck to the original 3, and I've mixed them up. So with the 3 of the black, white and clear, I kind of figured it probably wasn't worth using the clear in it because I wasn't sure that it was actually going to do anything. But I have mixed black and white together. So let me show you. That is the black. That is the white, and that is the mottled black and white together. And I have no idea how it's going to turn out because I actually haven't used it yet. I thought I would make it for the video and that we could then have a play around with it and see how it turns out. Yeah, good on you, Heather. So black and white mixed, then I've got gold and copper mixed, silver and copper mixed, and gold and silver mixed. Now this is the only one that I have tried out, and it looked really cool the other day, and I'm just trying to find out. There it is. So that is gold and silver mixed. Now there's my silver and there's my gold. So as you can tell, it's not quite one or the other. So hopefully that is showing up in there. And I quite like that sort of champagne-y look that it gives. So that's what those two mixed together look like. So we're going to pop that over there. And I'm going to show you the other 3. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's go for it. Probably don't need my phone cover. Just had a guess. So I'm going to keep to the same stamp set. And so Versamark stays wet for quite a while, which is why it works for using for heat embossing. Because if you were to try and heat emboss with any of our normal colours, you're going to find that they just dry too fast and the embossing powder just falls straight off them. So you can kind of see that that's there. That's what I'm meaning about the fact that it's a watermark. So let's start off with black and white, shall we? Right, let's pop that onto there. Does look kind of interesting. And just flick your cardstock off. If you've got little bits that are left over, just either use a fine brush to get rid of them. There we go, that looks, oh, I feel like I've missed a bit over there. Yep, I did. That's good. So just check your design to make sure that it's all covered. And you want to make sure that you've got a scrap piece of paper underneath so that you can tip the excess back in. There we go. Oh, apparently I'm getting embossing powder all over everything. Fabulous. All right, so let me pop my silicone mat down, and I'm just going to pop a ruler over the edge of it so that it actually stays in place while I'm heating it. So what I've done is I've oops, moved it along 1-2 heat settings, and you hold it about an inch away from the paper. What I do is I actually hold it in one place and I wait until I see it actually turn. So you can kind of look at it and see that it starts to go a bit shiny. And then just keep making your way round the card. You'll notice that the embossing powder just goes from sort of a grey dull shade to a slightly shinier shade. And if you methodically go round your card doing this, you will find that you get everything. And then what you want to do is just hold it on an angle to make sure that the whole lot is shiny. Because if there's any dull spaces, then that will mean that you haven't got those spaces done. So there you go. That's what black and white look like together. So that is those two colours. I think that's pretty cool, actually. And it's still got that slightly mottled look. Very good. Ooh, so black and white, we'll put that over there. And let's try gold and copper. Whoops, I told you that it had a little stand and then I haven't used it. That was clever, wasn't it? All right, so let's re-ink. Make sure that you re-ink each time you do this because it really does need... hang on 1 minute, I'm just gonna give that a bit of a rub. So it really does need to be nice and inky when you do this. There's that. There's that. So silver and copper. This will be interesting to see how it differs to the gold and silver. Ooh. Again, I seem to have missed that little section over there. Okie dokie. So collect it back up on your bit of scrap paper and that's that. Bring that in, bring that in. Oh look, I've still missed a bit. No, forget that. I'm just going to add that extra bit into there. No, apparently I managed to miss it when I stamped. Okay. In that case, it can just be without that piece. Let's pop the mat underneath and this, and here we go again. So as I say, about an inch from the paper. Ooh, look at this go. This is looking remarkably silver. I'm not sure whether I added enough copper into this one. So I wonder if that actually differs from the silver. Only up there in the corner. Oh dear, that's ironic, isn't it? I don't know. Actually, when I hold it on an angle, I can kind of see a little bit more of a coppery tinge to it. There's my copper. There's my silver. You know, I might actually give it another go and just add a little bit more of a copper to it. So where's my copper? There's my copper. It could be that the silver is actually quite a strong colour. So let's just... I can definitely see something that's different with it, but let's just... give that a bit of a shake up. So that's all I did, was I just had a few pots, spare pots, and I've just gone ahead and I'm going to tuck that one away over there. And then just put equal amounts of each in. So obviously the silver is quite a strong colour that it came out the most on this. And let's try again. See if this looks any different this time. See, you guys get to experiment with me. How lucky are you? All right. Round 2. Alrighty, let's compare again. Compare the pair, as they say. Ooh, look at that. That's really pretty now. So that's the combination. I'm really hoping that you can see this, because that is not the same colour as the silver anymore. That's lovely. Ooh, well, there you go. I do like that combination. Silver and copper. Go for it. Let's just leave those ones out. Okay, last one, copper and gold. Oh, there's my next piece. By the way, I've just sent out an email just recently, yesterday in fact. So if you didn't get it and you think you're on my mailing list, let me know and I will re-add you to my mailing list. And if you're not on my mailing list and you would like to get it, then just let me know. So I've mentioned a few bits and pieces in that. So I've got a new bundle bumper happening, which I think I showed you last week actually. And then, oh, what else did I put into it? Oh, there's a few specials that Stamping Up have got at the moment. Oh my goodness, one of the specials is if you join Stamping Up, you usually pay $169, and it, hang on a minute, I think I've got the flyer that I printed out for it. Ba-dum! Is that big enough for you? So, wow. During November, join Stamping Up for only $130, receive $235 of products. And it goes until the 30th of November. I thought that was incredible, that offer, because you're only paying $130. Oh, crumbs, I've just messed that one up. Whoopsie. So yeah, you're only paying $130 and you get $235 of products, which is pretty amazing. Whoops. Oh, let's just pop that away and remember not to shove stuff on top of it this time. Okay, copper and gold together. So if you are interested in that offer, let me know, because as I say, I think that's amazing that you only have to pay $130 and you get to pick $235 of products. And then it's up to you whether you want to make it into a business or you want to just order for yourself and get a discount, or whether you don't want to order anymore. Hopefully you do, and hopefully you want to stay in my team when you've done that. So we're just making our way round this. Oh, that one's looking kind of cool too. So that was what copper looks like. This is what gold looks like. And that's what the mixture looks like. Oh gosh, wow. I think those colours are really stunning. Ooh, so gold, silver. What do you think? Do you reckon it's worth mixing up your embossing powders to get something really cool like that? It's a very different colour. It's almost, I actually wonder what it would be like if I mixed all three of the silver, gold and copper together. Another time I will play. But, oh, and I was going to show you quickly why I embossed that one in clear. So let's move all those away and grab my bit of scrap paper back, and I am going to grab one or two of these. So I'm just going to get my blending brushes and pink. This seems like a good idea. That says purples, but then my pink brush looks like it's got really light colours on it. So watch this. When you're using the blending brushes, by the way, always start off over here and work your way onto the page, because otherwise you're going to end up with something that ends up a great big splodge, sort of like that. And generally you don't really want that. Ooh, I'm loving this. Okay, I think I should have a colour on top of it that's not pink. Don't know why, but I feel like maybe a soft green or something. Let's see, what's this? This is greens. Just make sure I've got rid of most of the green that's on here. Not really, but that'll do. I can see myself ending up with one of these for almost every colour. How cool is this? So this is why you want the clear, because then you can do really interesting things with it like this. And that's just, probably don't want to dunk that into the green. And then just grab yourself a tissue and rub it over, and it'll just get rid of any excess that's on there. But yeah, it looks like it's white, but potentially you could do this with any colour cardstock. So if you had like a light blue and then you added other colours to it, it would keep the light blue in the background. I really should have done that. Maybe what I'll do is I'll do another one and I'll photograph it and put it on my blog. There you go, save you having to hang around now. Thank you so much for joining me. Please do share the video, share the love, and come back next Saturday. And as I say, if you're not on my email list, please let me know and I'm happy to add you to it. See you next Saturday. Thanks, bye.